fight, but you believe, as I saw in your quotes, you believe they've made a mistake ahead of Saturday night.
Sí, obviamente tu oponente ha pasado mucho tiempo fuera del cuadrilátero. También su equipo te ha elegido, pero has dicho que es un error. Yeah, of course, we've actually been waiting.
Underdogs recently defeat international fighters, and particularly British fighters and Irish fighters as well. A life-changing opportunity for you at the weekend.
Sí, hemos visto muchos mexicanos, so it's a huge opportunity, and we're coming to win.
Conor Benn, welcome. I'm not sure I thought the day would come so soon where you'd be sitting up here ready to fight 2 days away now from your return. I know you've talked this week about being calm, not feeling the pressure, but a huge moment for you as well. A fight you're expected to win, but after everything you've been through over the last year and 18 months, ready to finally return to the ring on Saturday night.
Yeah, listen, there's no pressure. I'm just going to go in there and do what I do what I love, and do what I know how to do. I was born to fight. And, Saturday night's been a long time coming. I've had to jump through so many hurdles. It's been the hardest fight of my life this period. But, what can he do to me? What can he bring? I'm just going to go out there and do what I do. And, if I see an opening, I'm going to take it, no doubt. If I see an opening, I will take it. And I say that twice because when I say it, I mean it. If I see a slight opening, I take it.
We've seen some incredible sparring for you over the last couple of weeks and months, and you talked about your desire to go straight into a big fight. Tony felt because of the inactivity, this was an opportunity for you to go through those motions, but against a fighter that has everything to gain, a life-changing opportunity, you've got to be super switched on Saturday.
He's my world title fight. That's how I treat every fighter. Relevant of people saying it should be a warm-up, it should be a stepping stone. I treat every fight like it's my world title fight. Y seguro yo también he venido muy preparado. Estoy súper listo para esta pelea. Yo he tenido mucho tiempo, ¿sabes?
I got that too. I think you're right. And I love it when you do that. I wish I could.
It's quite sexy, isn't it?
Well, I wouldn't say that, but I wish I could do that. I just really wish I could do that. But going back to the fight, this moment for you as well, and again, you talk about seeing that opening, no feeling yourself into this fight, no trying to bank some rounds. It's just straight savage from Conor Benn.
Listen, I'll be happy to get the rounds in, of course. Like, I know it's worth its weight in gold, but at the end of the day, if I see an opening, I'm going to take it. Listen, I'm a sharp shooter. I don't miss. I'm accurate with my shots. I carry the power. I carry the speed. So whatever he wants to do, I can assure you there'll be a response. I can assure you now there will be a counter. So you best think 3 steps in advance.
And again, talk too much about sparring as well, but inside you there must be an unbelievable amount of excitement and just energy to let your hands go on Saturday night. It's been the most frustrating period for you, from a professional level, from an emotional level as well, from a personal level as well. And I'm sure there's a lot of anger to let out in that ring on Saturday night.
There's a lot of it. There's a lot of everything in there that's going to come out Saturday night. Frustration, aggression, speed, power. It's just all going to come out Saturday. There's no pressure.
Yo. What is going on? Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and support your host, your boy, Rapstar Boxing Knowledge, in the building, cooking this boxing. We got fights. We got fights coming up. We got more fights announced. We got press conferences. And the main thing for me is my boy from London, Conor Benn, is back. That's right, mate. The boys are back, mate. Conor Benn's back with a bang in America, fighting on Saturday night. Conor Benn's back, and Conor Benn told you. Yeah? He told you in Spanish. Conor Benn is the real English Latino. He's the real Latino English guy. Yeah, his mum's Spanish. He said some Spanish words, bruh. Some cartel words. And Conor Benn letting the people know. You better recognize, man. He's half fucking Spanish himself. He's more Latino than fucking Shakur Stevenson. All right, mate? Yeah? So you better back your boy, Conor Benn, coming in America Saturday night. He's back. At least all the fucking bullshit's away now. I want to see fights. And it's nice to see After all this crazy shit that's happened with Conor Ben, he's back in the mix. So yeah, man, fights are coming up. What's going on to the boxing world? You know what I mean? What's happening with everybody, man? You guys are excited to see the Conor Ben return. I want to know, are you guys excited to see the Conor Ben return? Yes or no? Because we're all boxing fans. I don't give a fuck about the history and all this bullshit. Listen, every single fighter, included Crawford, they're saying he's got issues. I want to know, are you ready for Conor Ben to come back with the excitement that we were getting? Yeah? I want to see knockouts. I want to see Conor Ben versus Jarrett Boot Ennis. Yes, I do. I want to see Conor Ben versus Virgil Ortiz. These are the fights that I want to see. And these are the fights that hopefully we're going to get next year. You know what I mean? Listen, man, I'm a boxing fan, mate. I'm a boxing fan, mate. So look, I'm not into all that bullshit. Conor Ben's coming. Conor Ben's back in the mix. And I want to see Conor Ben after this Saturday night. Look, everybody can say what they want. They're all going to be watching Conor Ben. You wait till Conor Ben comes back and you see people start calling his name again. Because he's an exciting knockout artist. He's what boxing needs. We need entertainment. I'm all about entertainment. And Conor Ben brings that heat. So yeah, mate, I'm interested. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping all of you guys are ready. And you know, after all that time, we got Conor Ben back in the mix. Hey, yo, let me give a shout out to CBR. Conor Ben is Puerto Rican too. Yeah, Conor Ben's everything, bro. Dominican, I think. Yeah, Conor Ben, Dominican as well. Yeah? Big rap. Yeah, mate. El Pinchy, what's happening, man? El Pinchy. Respect to you, bro. Conor Ben knows Spanish because he grew in Mallorca, Spain. Yeah, that's a proper. This is a hardcore boxing fan. Any boxing fan knows. Yeah? He knows. Conor Ben speaks that hard Spanish, you know. Palia, palia. He was saying some things like palia. I don't know what he means, but he was talking it. And he talks better Spanish. He talks better than Ryan Garcia and Shakur Stevenson put together. Conor Ben's got better swagger when he talks that talk. Because I don't see no Ryan Garcia and Shakur Stevenson talking that talk. You know what I mean? And they say those guys are the Latinos. But Conor Ben's speaking that lingo, mate. Yeah, man. That was good. Conor Ben is going to walk out to Sweet Carolina. Yeah, why not, Pat Greedy? Nothing wrong with that, bruv. Oh, Sweet Carolina. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, mate. Fuck it. Whatever fucking tickles your fancy. As long as he gets in the ring, we're loving it, bruv. We just want to see fights, man. And Conor Ben's back on Saturday night. Don't miss it. He's back on Saturday night. Now, we got fights that have been announced. Fights that are coming up. Give me a second. We're going to be talking about those fights, mate. There is fights coming up, bro. We are going to be talking about the fights. Mic check, mic check. I think we're good in the audio right now. We should be live and kicking. So here we go. We got a fight. It's on. David Benevedez versus Andrade Boo Boo. Boo Boo Andrade. Demetrius, the Mexican monster. It's going down. David Benevedez taking that smoke back to back from Kalen Plant now down to straight to Demetrius Andrade. I like this fight, bro. Boo Boo Andrade been waiting to get a big fight himself. He's now in the mix at 168. He's been training for a long time. He's looking solid. I've been watching his videos. He's looking solid. But, bro, this guy is coming. David Benevedez wants to prove a point. And David Benevedez is now looking to take big fights, whatever's available. And here we go. We got a good fight. Now, I'm not sure if it's exact. I'm going to find out. We're going to speak. Yo, can you hear me? Hey, yo, can you hear me? If you can't hear me, bro, I'm going to come out this shit and then come back. Can you hear me? Hey, bro, if nobody tells me they can fucking hear me, bro. Let me come out this stream. Yo, mic check. Can you guys hear me? Loud and clear. Are we good? Or we going to have to shut this shit down? All right, Real Boxing says he can't hear me, bro. So let's shut this shit down. We'll have to come back. We'll do it later. Yeah? See how Real Boxing's capping? We should hold him back. Need to put him back in the shot. We got to mute him. We got to mute him. He's trying to fuck about. Look. No, we can't hear you. See? Trying to fuck up the live, yeah? Always hating on me, man. What have I done to people, bro? Why do you have to hate on, you know what I mean, your boy Rapstar out here, bro? Nah, but look, we got a fight, man. We got a fight, man. And I think, look, man, I'm excited about this fight, bro. I don't know how you guys are feeling, but this is a good fight. David Benevedez, Demetrius Andrade, Boo Boo Andrade, David Benevedez. It's a fucking hot fight, mate. You know what I'm saying? It's a hot fight, bro. Man, let me tell you. David's fucking fighting guys. David's doing whatever's now in that division. David's fighting guys too now, bro. Kalen Plant and now Boo Boo. That's some good experience. You know, David Benevedez is getting his experience now, getting those names in there. But look, Demetrius Andrade, he needs to fight as much as David. Because no matter what, Boo Boo's been waiting to fight for many years. He tried to get the Golovkin fight. That fight never happened for him. He tried to get Canelo fight. Canelo told him to fuck off. When Canelo said, who the fuck are you? You want payday? You want payday? Yeah, Canelo told him, bro, you want payday? You know what I mean? And now, finally, he's getting a fight. How old is Boo Boo? How old is Boo Boo, bro? How old is Boo Boo now? 34? 33? 35? How old is he? I do think, yeah, you know, I feel bad for Boo Boo as well. He never got big fights early on. But I do think it's a pressure fight in a way because he ain't got no other big fights to make. And he's coming to the end of his career, bro. 35 years old. I can see the chat now. So here I am. I can see the chat. We've got Real Boxing in the chat. G Smooth, Hawker Mustang, the boxing scientist. You get me? Now look, Boo Boo's at 35. This is like a pressure fight, man, for him to make some more millions. I feel like this is a pressure fight that he's had to take because where else is he going to go? He ain't got no other promotion. He's got to deal with this PBC. And this is a fight that they're bringing to the table. I actually think at 35, And this is only his second fight at 168, bro. No matter how good Boo Boo's skills are, I'm going with the Mexican Monster. Mexican Monster is gonna pull him. He's gonna do him. The Mexican Monster is gonna do him, bro. Because I feel that Boo Boo's come right at the end of his career. 35 years old. Yeah, he's good. I ain't denying him that. But right now, at 168, Mexican Monster's the fresher guy, bruv. He's taking mans out. I feel like the same thing can play out where he does well, and then Demetrius Andrade is doing good, but then as time goes on, the Mexican Monster will start to push the pressure. And once the pressure comes on, that's it. I think Boo Boo's going to fold later on in the fight. I feel that he's going to get hurt at some point in the fight, and he's going to change his just get on the bike. I think so, you know. I don't know how Boo Boo's going to start. He's going to have to fight Demetrius Andrade. He's going to have to fight David Benevedez at some point in that fight. I don't know. He might surprise me. He might be able to use angles, and then maybe there's a time where he can make David Benevedez miss, and he can make him miss. He might be able to try and get him from angles, and he might be able to catch David from different stances. If he can do that and stay out of trouble, right? If he can stay out of trouble, bruv, and not get in the mix and keep moving using his feet and be able to just get the shots off and come out, he might be able to have a good chance to do something for sure. My thing is, has he got more punching power than Kalen Plant? Can Boo Boo have more offensive than Kalen Plant? Because he's going to need it, bruv. Because if you can't get David Benevedez to back off and not going to respect, I don't think he's got more punching power than Kalen Plant. He might be more slick than Kalen Plant. I'm not saying he might not be more slick, but does he have more pop than Kalen Plant? Because he's got skills, right? He's got skills, and he's got a good offensive work. He's good defensive, right? But sometimes he gets off of balance, bro. No matter what anybody says how good he is, he always gets off balance. And sometimes he's at a place where he's herky-jerky. He's very off balance sometimes. I've seen him like that a few times, but he's doing really well. And he doesn't like getting in the mix. If Boo Boo gets hurt, he ain't coming to fight. He'll change. And one thing good about him, though, he'll fight you. If he feels that it's too much pressure to fight you and keep coming forward, then he'll start start moving around. He'll start changing and adapting. He likes to move around, and then he'll go back on his bike and then he's a smarter fighter. He's got a couple of different styles. He doesn't need to be aggressive. He knows how to move, shoot, get out of fucking range. Then he'll start getting on his bike a bit and start boxing you, using his skills, So he's got a couple of good attributes. I'll give him that. He slows down late in the fight, just like Plant. Black Helmet says Boo Boo slows down later on in the fight, just like Kalen Plant. I don't know. Does he slow down? I get what you mean, that he don't, he tries to be more defensive in the later on in the fight. He's offensive earlier, and then he gets a bit more defensive as the fight goes on, and he throws less punches. He just tries to outbox you afterwards. You know what I mean? In the beginning, he'll try and be a bit more aggressive, and then he goes back to defense mode, and then he'll be a little bit more he'll just be on his bike a bit. Listen, Boo Boo is going to have to feint and conserve his energy. Facts. Boo Boo's going to have to do something, bro. He's going to have to conserve that energy. And he's going to have to use... You're right, man. That's true. Crypto says Benevedez rap star, 9th round knockout. Crypto says Benevedez rap star, 9th round knockout, bro. TKO. Benevedez is gonna knock out Boo Boo. What? Bruh, ain't nobody knocked out Boo Boo. Boo Boo's an Olympian. He's got the pedigree. He's a guy that, got the skills. He's very, I've never ever seen him. I've seen him hurt a little bit here and there, little bits, flash shots and that. But I don't know. He's got to be good enough to survive, innit? He got to be good enough to survive. Can he survive the storm? Is the question. Arizona, future of boxing. Equipo Benevedez, Equipo Ramos, Equipo Elijah Garcia, champion the building. The Mexican monster. David Benevedez is going to come to scrap, and I still pick David to win. But anything can happen, says G Smooth. I predict the fight will be cancelled because Boo Boo will be on the peds. No, wow. Oh, wow. Technique, what's going on, bro? Respect to the brother Technique out there, mate. Yo, Boo Boo is 35 years old. Prospect finally stepping up in competition against Benevedez. Wow. OG Blaze says Benevedez by unanimous decision, bruvs. Benevedez by unanimous decision is the fight. But yo, give me a minute. I'm just going to take a quick break to get a drink, and we're coming back to talk. We got Sonny Edwards versus Bam Bam. That press conference happened today. And yeah, we got fights coming up. Boo Boo versus Andrade. Boo Boo versus Andrade is the same person. Andrade versus David Benevedez. Conor Benn's returning on Saturday night. And let me get this super chat, bro. Let me get this super chat before I quickly get a drink. Any boxing fan says it's just rumored that Jose Benavidez Jr. versus Jamal might be in the undercard. What? Really? All right. That'd be cool still. Hey, listen, any boxing fan, I need to reach out to David's dad. We need to get David's dad over here again if the fights are announced. He was here last couple of weeks ago. Mastermind says, I just met an obese chick at the gas station, you cunt. Bam does not like being called Bam Bam. Yeah, you can see that, eh? Conor fucking Benn is a mad, bad motherfucker. You better recognize. I'm coming back in a sec.
What up?
How are you?
I'm great.
Can we meet you?
My name is Tunde Tupac, aka the Rap Killer,
Tunde Tupac.
the Rap Flexer, kill them all.
Your
Rappers.
name, your name.
Your name is
Tunde
Tunde.
Tupac.
Tunde Tupac.
You can write the Rap Killer there.
But Tunde is your
It's
name.
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Tunde, with your dressing, I know the kind of song that you're about to present.
Yes.
So you want to tell us about it?
Just rap game. I kill the rap game because the haters want us down, but they're not gonna get us.
You don't need
Calm
to
down.
tell us about the haters now.
Rappers, right? You're a
Yes.
rapper.
Rapper.
Good. Let's hear you.
Check it. Ha ha. Check it. Ha ha ha. Check it. Check it. Check it. I rule everywhere. I rule. They want to take me down, but they cannot take me down. Yeah. I rule New York. I rule Lagos to Atlanta. We go to Chicago. Check me out. Check my game. My game is tight. All the haters, I shoot them in the brain. Boom, boom, boom. I've been around with my guys, 50 Cent, Tupac, Biggie, Snoop Dogg. We're all in this game together because I kill them all. I kill Tupac and I kill Biggie. I kill them all because they can't contain my rap game.
Hey!
It's off the hook because I
calm
kill
down.
you all now.
No, calm down. You killed?
You killed who?
It's just a lyric. Don't fear.
Lyric.
Your lyric
Hey.
will put you in trouble. You have to be very careful. You don't just go about saying things that you don't know.
It's a rap game. That's how it is.
Oh, okay.
How old are you?
I've been in this game for more than 20 years.
How old are you?
What's it?
I'm 15 years old.
What?
Just forget my age. Just focus on how long I've been in the game.
And you know Tupac. You know Snoop Dogg. You know
By the
50
grace of
Cent.
God, we met in the States.
Oh.
Which state?
Akwa Ibom.
This guy.
You're just a joker. You know what? Just go. We'll get back to you.
All right, so breaking news. David Benevedez versus Boo Boo Andrade going down in America on Thanksgiving. So when's Thanksgiving in America? When's Thanksgiving in America, mate? Come on. Some American tell me when's Thanksgiving. Is that a good day to have a boxing match, yeah? Everybody's at home relaxing. What's Thanksgiving about, mate? It's like an early Christmas. Eh? 24th. 24th of November. Okay, so the fight's in the November, bruv. The last Thursday of, they got enough time. They got enough time to train. Enough time they've been training already, bruv. So the fight's going down in Thanksgiving in America. David Benevedez, Demetrius Andrade, get fucking ready. Right? So I don't know what's going on, bro, but that must be a good day for the Americans. Right, mate? Big fight. Boo Boo Andrade versus David Benevedez is done. It's going down. We're getting David Benevedez's father, his dad, the trainer over here on the channel. He's going to be coming soon. But yeah, what a good fight. Good. It's good for the fucking boxing world, right? Remember when David's dad said the fight was going to be done? We know his dad ain't capped though, innit? We know his dad's telling us what it was. Right? So we got a good fight signed up, mate. Done. Hopefully it'll be announced shortly. So who you got in the fight? David Benevedez versus Boo Boo Andrade. Let's go. Who you got? David or Andrade? Who you got? Let me feel you guys out. You already know that I'm going with the Mexican monster here, bruv. Simple. I know that Boo Boo is good. I could be wrong. He might prove me wrong. But I think at 35 years old, 168, it's asking for too much now. Too much for Boo Boo now, mate. David Benavidez or Boo Boo Andrade? All right, who's going for Boo Boo? That's the question. David. The Mexican monster. David. Joker says David, pound for pound. Any boxing. Mastermind says draw. David by stoppage. Mastermind says draw. Fine gold tube, man. 23 watching. So what do you want me to do, bro? Why are you hating on me? Yo, Technique says Benavidez will smoke him easily. Boo Boo sucks. Only punch wants Boo Boo. You're funny. Hey, why are you hating on me, bro? 23 people watching. You're the 23rd, though. You're here, ain't you? And you come over here just to downplay me. You ain't got nothing better to do. Eh? You ain't got nothing better to do but come here with a question mark with the 20-some people over here, bro. Ain't my fault you're a big-time geezer. The people that are over here are fucking at least loyal. Fucking hell, bro. Fucking haters come out of everywhere, don't they? All kinds of woodworks. But look, Mexican Monster TKO, point to the easy work. Point to the easy work, says Crypto, bro. Point to the easy work. Boxing scientist. Pound for pound. Bones. Andre will pull the upset. I can feel it. Bones is saying that Andrade will pull the upset. Bones is saying Andrade will pull the fucking upset, bro. Jeez. Wow. We got to see it, bro. We're going to... Hey, look, man. You're the only one who feels that Boo Boo can pull the upset. You're the only one who feels like he might pull it. I just think it might be too late now, bro. Andrade will mostly like the start off strong, but David will catch him in the second half. But you know what, pound for pound, that's David been doing that for a while. David actually, you know what I mean, not figures it out, but he overwhelms people with his work rate and his consistency and his consistent pushing forward and his punching and his combinations and everything he's doing eventually plays a part after round 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It starts to become his fight. He overpowers the fighter. You know? Joker's Wild says, Andrade never been in a slugfest and David wants to trade always. Well, David's going to have to bring him into deep waters. Right? David's going to have to bring him into deep waters, bro. He can't allow Andrade to be comfortable on his feet, moving around like that. He got to bring him into deep waters. Yo, Boo Boo is game, though. Let's not forget it. Be surprised if he rocks David in the beginning. Yeah, Boo Boo is game. In the beginning, he is game, G Smooth. I'll give him that. Plant was looking good against David for the first half. Yep. Now, let me ask you this, though. Do you think he brings more than Kalen Plant, though? Do you think, because Kalen Plant did what he could, and then he got overtaken. Do you think Demetrius Andrade, Boo Boo, is better than Kalen Plant all round and brings a better structure and a better fight to David Benevedez? Yes or no? Can he bring more to the table than Kalen Plant? Yes or no? Smash that like button. Come on, guys. Support the channel. Can he bring more endurance, more stamina, more power? Can he bring more difficult tricks? Can he do something better than Kalen Plant? Is he better? Is my question. No, says OJ Blaze. Boo Boo will do worse than Plant. What? He'll do worse, Black Helmet. Come on, bruv. G Smooth says yes. Eric Gomez in the motherfucking house. Yes, only because he is a southpaw. So he makes it more tricky, right? He makes it more tricky. I feel Kalen Plant is better fighter than Andrade. Better Plant has better resume. Boo Boo will actually get stopped, I believe. What? Shit. Danny Medina says yes. Mastermind says indeed. So some of you think that he's going to bring more. Some of you think that he ain't got more than Plant. He's going to need more. He's going to need weight. He's going to need more, bro. He's going to need more. And I think he's more game. He's more game than Plant in the beginning, though. Hey, Demetrius Andrade is game more than Plant in the beginning. But then he starts to go in his shell. When the fight gets tough, he don't want to take a risk. He'll try and outbox you. He ain't gonna fight you that way. Right? But I reckon he's got something. I think he's got a bit more spike. He's a little tiny bit more spiteful than Plant. Do you agree? Do you agree? He brings it slightly more offensively. Do you think he's more offensively a little slightly better than Plant? Yes or no? Does he have more offensive work? Huh? I feel he does. See, Plant likes to fight on the back foot. Plant likes to fight from angles as well. But Boo Boo will fight coming forward. Right? Size, power, endurance, hunger, youth, and much more, says Black Helmet. Now, you're right. Look, it is the David Benevedez time. It is David Benevedez time, bro. It is about this is the David Benevedez show. Right, mate? David making fucking moves. And if you see David fighting Kalen Plant, then fighting Boo Boo Andrade, David's fucking doing some moves. He's getting some names on that record. Right? So yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm happy for the fight. I'm excited. It's in America. What is it? I don't know what. It's Thanksgiving. On Thanksgiving, somebody said on the 24th of November, on the 24th of November, something like that, the fight's on. We got a fight. David Benevedez versus Boo Boo Andrade. It's on. David will run through doo-doo. Demetrius Andrade 7-5, says Tip Bayless. So Tip Bayless is going for Boo Boo Andrade on a split decision against the favorite at 35 years old. He believes Boo Boo Andrade is going to pull it off as a split decision. His name is Tip Bayless. So if you want to curse him out, you think he's cat, he's right there, mate. Nah, it's good to have everybody's opinions, mate. Look, people think Boo Boo can win. Cool. Just make sure you over here when the day the fight happens, bro. And stop running away. David is a fucking monster. He defeats Boo Boo. Canelo better bring it. I like that talk. I like that talk. Esther says, 35-year-old prospect finally gets his first real fight. Yeah? That don't sound good though, does it, bro? Fucking hell. I mean, they said that he's been avoided. They said that some people didn't want to fight him. They said that he wasn't the fan friendly. They said that Canelo didn't even fight him. They say that Golovkin didn't fight him. But, you know, at the end of the day, he also hasn't made many fights. He didn't fight Charlo. I don't know what the fuck's happened in his record. But who's the best opponent? Who is the best opponent in Demetrius Andrade's resume? Who is the best opponent in Demetrius Andrade's resume? Because if you ask me, David Benevedez got a better resume. David Benevedez got a better resume, bro. And it's a shame, but Boo Boo's resume is probably the weakest resume, one of the weakest in boxing. You ain't even got a name for me. Who is Demetrius Andrade's best win on his resume? Liam fucking Williams. Ostaki. Who is it, bro? That's what is fucked up. This really is Demetrius Andrade's best fighter on his resume. And you just pointed out he's 35 years old. Bruh. Demetrius Andrade has either been blackballed or his resume ain't even no way near. Bruh, people like Teofimo, which are 25, and Devin Haney, and all those guys that got a better resume than fucking Demetrius Andrade. That shit's crazy. That's not good, man. And that's where Demetrius Andrade needs to shine. He got a big fight now. He's finally got a big fight. It's a big name for him as well. Yeah? It's a big fight for him. That's crazy, bro. Absolutely mad. 35 years old. Canelo Alvarez has fought everybody in the world. And Canelo Alvarez is only, what, 32? Canelo Alvarez is 32 and he's fought everyone in the world. Wow. See how some people's careers are different. Some people's paths are different and some people are unlucky. And Demetrius Andrade never got the fight for his legacy. Mad. I never thought that, you know what I mean? 35 and the man's that have fucking not got the big names in his career. You know, it would have been nice to have him at least with fights with, you know, Edison Lara, Austin Trout, Jamel Charlo. None of them guys, bro. Not one of them guys. In fact, I'm going to tell you something right now. And you guys can keep saying what you want. But Chris Eubank Jr. has beaten James DeGale, Liam Smith, and has been in fights with people like just on a split decision with Billy Joe. Chris Eubank Jr. has got a better resume than Boo Boo Andrade. That's what's crazy. Chris Eubank Jr. has got a better resume than Demetrius Andrade. He got a James DeGale world champion Olympian on his fucking resume. He got ex-world champion Liam Smith on his resume. Bruh, isn't that crazy to think that a Chris Eubank Jr. has got a better resume? Isn't it? That's mad though, isn't it, bruv? Cambosis. That's true. Cambosis from Australia, bruv. Cambosis has got a better resume. Isn't that mad? Fucking hell, bruv. Fucking hell. I mean, Demetrius Andrade, he got a resume like fucking Rolly Romero. He got a better resume than Rolly Romero. He got a resume which is bad, bruh. Because I'm looking at fighters like even Chris Eubanks. Yeah, look, man. What the fuck has happened to Demetrius Andrade? Did he really get blackballed like that? Or did he make his money and, you know, he got himself into a situation where he couldn't make no fights? No guys on his resume that could say, yeah, he never ever got no fight, bro, like that. It's not his fault, though, Rapstar. They ducked him. That's some fucked up shit, though, isn't it, bruv? Isn't it? Don't you think? Fucking 23-year-olds got better resume and 35-year-old American two-time world champion and nobody recognizes his resume, bro. That is bad. I think it was Ustaki. Bro, that's crazy, man. I need to get Tracy out for this, bro. That shit's crazy.
Right, what's going on here, Donny Zondernex? Barry's actually going to propose to Sandra. Sandra has been giving Barry mad head lately, and he's whipped, yeah? He's doing this behind the back of the boys, because they know, yeah, they would have cussed him out for proposing to Sandra. Tracy had one job to do, and that was to record it. But she's all over the bloody place. Barry's clocked that she didn't get the footage, so he's going to propose to Sandra again. Oh, for fuck's sake, Tracy! What's going on?
Yo, the audio's fucked. Yo, we back. Are we on? Can't hear you, rap. Fucking this audio's fucking trash. Let me just send the fucking link. Somebody come over here and help this audio, man. Bullshit audio. Yeah, give me a sec. All right, watch this one, bro. ZHANG versus JOYCE weekend. Motherfuckers better get ready. Nobody's backing my boy JOYCE. Nobody. I've seen it, Pat Greedy. I've seen it, I've seen it pound for pound. I've seen it Food TV. I've seen it Black Helmet. I've seen it Technique. Right? I've seen it all. And nobody going to be backing the Juggernaut. But the Juggernaut said today, he said, I don't give a fuck. He said, what? People think I'm coming to lose. Joe JOYCE said, I made a mistake. I came in light. I'm coming in heavy now. And if he thinks he's going to knock me out, he's got something coming. Joe JOYCE says that he knows what he got to do and he ain't coming to kill his career. He ain't coming to give his career up. He's taking this rematch. And nobody wants to back the Juggernaut. So remember this. I want to talk to everyone now. I want to see everybody on Saturday night because none of you are backing the Juggernaut apart from Food TV. All right? All the hardcores have gone against him. If he comes back and he overrides the storm and comes back and beats ZHANG, I know that none of you backed him. None of you. You think he's done. You think that eye injury's fucked. You guys are one fight away and you call the fighter dead. Right? So I want to make sure that all of you guys know on Saturday night. Now, I still know that ZHANG, the China man, the man from China, a lot of China haters. What's that geezer's name? He comes in. You China haters. You all those China haters. China haters everywhere. You don't like the Chinas because you think they made COVID. China haters. You Asian haters. Hey, look, man, you can't be hating on the China. China's the bad boy here. ZHANG. Big boy ZHANG, bro. You got to know that ZHANG put China on the map now. Heavyweight boxing with the Chinese. Don't be playing. Let me tell you this, bro. ZHANG has done a lot of proudness, given his country, a third world country like that on the map in boxing. He was an underdog, and now he's become the favorite, and everybody's about ZHANG. But if the Juggernaut pulls it off on Saturday night, motherfuckers better get ready, because none of you are thinking that the Juggernaut can do it anymore. But big shout out to the Chinaman. Yeah? And, the Chinaman has really came and put himself on the map now. Yo, what's happening, TBS?
Hey, what's up, Rob? Chilling.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
we're cooking it, bro. We got fights after fights been announced. And, yeah, this is a fight for tomorrow, bro. We got the fight. Get ready.
Yeah, it's going to be a... Oh, wait, no, this is not the zone. This is Queensberry or whatever.
Yeah. BT.
Oh, okay. I'll try to catch it. It'd be good. I think it'll be better than the first fight, but I'm still favoring Big Bang ZHANG. The Chinaman just looks like some sort of fucking sumo wrestler, bro. And he's just it's gonna fuck him up again. At his age, JOYCE cannot really make adjustments, and he can't recover physically as quickly. So for those reasons, I'm leaning towards Big Bang ZHANG, the Chinaman.
All right, well, I'm glad, you got to go for the Chinaman. Chinaman has put people on the map. And, it's nice to go for a man who comes from nowhere like that as well, right? He looks good, he's strong. It's good to back a man like that sometimes, right? Comes from the underdog, right?
Yeah.
So TBS, we got a lot of people in the panel. Stay right there, bro. Gonna get ready to cook.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Right. Let's go with Crypto. Crypto, fight weekend, brother.
What's good, rap?
Man, I'm wrapping it up, man. Wrapping it up like we always do with our boxing community.
Yo, I'm so hyped for this fight. Did y'all see that special that ESPN had on Zone?
I don't know. That's what Pound for Pound said. They had an hour special on Zhang and
Yeah,
that.
like 40 minutes. It was really, really good. But like you said, man, I just love to see foreign fighters, especially at the heavyweight division, because really it's been the foreign fighters carrying the heavyweight division, these last few years of boxing, because American heavyweight is dead. So
Facts.
I always get excited when I see a new foreign face in the heavyweight division.
Okay, so
But
who you got in this fight? Is it a rematch, repeat, or revenge? What's going on?
I think sadly, like I was explaining one of your lives
You know,
before, everybody.
Salas and Joe Joyce have changed the game plan as well. I'm just giving you heads up. They put
That's
on more
good.
weight. They put on more weight.
Yeah, I see, and he should have always had that weight. That's why he's the juggernaut. But I just think it's gonna come down to skills in this fight, and I just think Zhang it's too much for Joyce. The southpaw stance, that straight left. If he can't get away from that straight left again, what is Joyce gonna do? I can't see it being any different. And I just feel like as well, he had like 5 months to heal. I saw that press conference. They talked about an eye injury. So how healed up is Joyce from that last beating? Because he did take a beating, regardless of how people feel. I think it might be repeat, because you asking a
Okay.
lot from Joyce in a short amount of time. If he had an eye injury, like his coach was saying in that press conference, that's not good. I don't know.
All right. Would you stay right there, Crypto? Because we got to cook. Yo, Mastermind. Big
Yes,
fight
sir.
weekend, bro. Nobody's going for the juggernaut. They've left the juggernaut behind now. And everyone's coming with the Chinaman. The Chinaman is the favorite. The Chinaman has won the heart of the fans. And people like the Chinaman. They like his friendly approach. They like how he is. You can't understand him, but he's coming with some kind of aura. This Chinaman has got something that people like. What do you think?
Yeah, man. Hey, everybody sleeping on my boy Joe Joyce and Earl Spence. They will do much better in the rematches. You never. Every time a solid guy get dominated, they never dominate him in the second one. It's like you know, it's gonna be he might lose, but it's gonna be a lot closer than people think because you make adjustments and you work on a lot of things in training camp. So I think Joe Joyce would do a lot better. Um, I don't think he'll get stopped. He might lose a decision.
I think he does get stopped because like his corner and his team, like Zhang said, his coach said, you know, we going for another stoppage. I don't like the politics of boxing, and we know we can't leave it in the judge's hands. So I think
But
it's gonna
Joe
be
Joyce,
repeat. I think it's gonna
but
be
Joe Joyce
repeat.
preparation,
And
his
don't be shocked
preparation
if it
go.
happens faster. Don't be shocked if Joe Joyce eye gives out in this fight.
But his preparation in training camp will help him do much better than he did in the first fight. I think he will do much better. I don't think it'll be a easier performance at all. So name one rematch where the guy did better than the dominant performance. I've never seen that. Usually they do improve, right?
Nah,
Do you got to
there's plenty of fights where they fight again and it's worse than the first fight.
name one?
Even like Roy Jones and Antonio Tarver. First fight was
No,
close.
he
Tarver,
won the first fight. He won the
no,
first fight.
not on paper. Didn't they give it to Roy Jones?
Yeah, Roy won the first fight. So yeah,
I know, but a lot of people felt Antonio Tarver won that fight. That
so
didn't
that's what I'm
happen.
saying.
But
So if
then what
Tar,
happened in
so
the rematch? Wait. What happened in the rematch? He got knocked the
that's
fuck
what I'm
out.
saying. Well, the loser won the rematch. So that's what I'm saying. So Joe Joyce could win
No.
the
You
rematch.
said you talked about performances, and I'm telling you, you said, when you saying the second performance is always going to be better than the first performance. We've seen it in other fights. That's not
Tarver's
always the case.
performance was better. No, Tarver lost the
No,
first fight. He had a better
Roy Jones.
performance.
It's always going to be
I mean,
better
it
for
has
one person.
happened. It does happen, brother. Like Eubank just
Yeah,
did it the other day.
yeah, but Eubank,
Sugar Ray Leonard did it.
Right. Most guys do better in the rematch. Tarver did better in the rematch.
Mayweather always performs better in the rematch.
Yeah, but that's Mayweather.
Tyson
People
Fury did much better. Look how good Tyson Fury did in the rematch with Wilder than he did in the first fight. Much
Anthony
better
Joshua
performance.
performed better with Andy Ruiz in the rematch.
Yeah.
But no, we're going off the aspect of this guy got stopped. We're going off of that performance.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson, this man who was stopped by the ref with because his eye was shut and battered and broken.
Mm-hmm.
You asking for him to have a better performance, and I don't see that happening. And
just like AJ did, Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz. That's a perfect example. He did much better.
To be fair with you, Mastermind,
yeah, but
the
AJ
game
knocked him
plan
down
is
first.
there. I mean, look, Crypto's right. The game plan's there. The man don't move his head as much, right? He was getting shot with the left punch all night long, right? He couldn't get out of it. He has to have made adjustments with this point. If he's not able to make adjustments at a professional level as being a top 10 heavyweight, then all these years he's been in this industry, what has he learned? So
I think
for
he's gonna
me,
make
if Joe Joyce cannot make adjustments, bro, it will tell me a lot about his boxing ability. It's very limited.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you, Rap. I definitely agree with you because
look how good.
Even in the first fight, Joe Joyce, I don't know what he was doing, but that little pity pat, that little like just trying to touch his way into the inside, Zhang was making him pay for all of that, and I don't know what he was doing.
Remember how good Jermaine Taylor did in his rematch with Kelly Pavlik? Shane Mosley did better in his rematch with Winky. Yeah, they might lose, but they don't get dominated like they did in the first fight. Even Jermaine Taylor got knocked out in the 6th round. He didn't dominate him like that in the rematch. They always make adjustments and do better.
All right, so look. You keep saying they don't make adjustments, but what was Wilder's adjustment in the Tyson Fury performance? He got smoked in the second one, and he got knocked out in the third one.
Yeah, the third one was an adjustment, improvement. He improved in the third fight.
He got
Tyson Fury improved
in the second and the third fight, and got put to sleep in the third one.
Right, but didn't he improve in the third fight? And Tyson Fury improved in the rematch.
Nah, he didn't improve in the third fight.
Tyson Fury improved.
Tyson Fury wasn't in shape for that fight, and he still knocked out Wilder.
Yeah, and you see the adjustment that Tyson Fury made. He was aggressive. He went for the knockout. He didn't go for the knockout in the first fight.
I think he just put on a shit ton of weight and just pressed on him.
Right.
I want to say this
through
TV. Yo, through TV. I want to say this to you, man, before I introduce you. That thumbnail that you got is, that avatar you got is fly.
What do you mean?
This one that you got on my
that's
panel.
yeah.
That's fly. Yeah,
I did it through OBS and a bunch of layers and all that. Thanks.
That looks good, man. Yeah, but go on. What do you think? That can this man do better in a rematch and adapt?
I think he can. I think he needs 3 things. He needs to take his head off the line. He needs to train for the straight left hand, right? To take his head off the line, and then he needs to basically just be first. He really has to be first and punch through the target. It's that simple. Because if you watch the first fight, he's just hitting him with taps. I mean, he's not. You see, he's not going through him, right?
And
he's
he
not
was
trying to knock his ass out. Yeah, he wasn't.
Arms a lot.
He needs to punch. He needs to punch with bad intentions, not all this touching. Like, dude, if you're gonna go, why are you gonna take a beating? Because look, his strategy, from what I heard from his own mouth, is that he's the fucking Terminator and he's just gonna get beat on. So, this guy gets tired and you're gonna knock him out. Well, that didn't happen. So, if you got a good chin, then go to war. Why are you gonna hit him with little taps? Just hit him as hard as possible. I mean, it's simple, really. Even if he doesn't take his head off the line, even if he stands there stiff as a board, if he comes in and he just punches through the target and he's first, this is going to be a totally different fight. It's that simple. Just punch through the target. Hurt him.
And another problem for Joe Joyce is Zhang has hand speed. Zhang has the faster hands here. He's the bigger
I don't know.
man.
I have to watch it again, but I didn't think he was faster.
He is. He put down.
I felt like Joyce was touching him, but he wasn't touching him hard. He wasn't hitting him hard. I mean, it was like a tap fight. It looked ridiculous.
Zhang has the ability to catch his opponents in between exchanges. This is why he put Herkovich down in the first round.
Yeah, but Joyce, I mean, did Joyce really throw a single hard punch in the fight? Like it just looked like a tap fight from Joyce.
He threw some hard punches, but that's the thing, is that that's his style. People not understanding. He's usually the bigger man when he fights his opponents. So it works for him because he has that advantage.
But he can punch. I think he definitely can punch.
Yeah, I think he could punch, but he's not a big puncher, and he don't have he's a thudding puncher who just outwills his opponent and keeps his work rate high.
Yeah. But he didn't punch through the target. If you watch that first fight, he was not punching through the target.
No, he wasn't.
It was almost like
But I think
it's
because
he was missing a lot.
Power. I think the power of Zhang really got to Joyce. Like you could see it. He even walked. Like let's not forget. He not only did he break his eye, but he wobbled the shit out of Joyce. Nobody ever made Joyce wobble like that.
I mean, he was eating that shit right in the face. He was barely moving. He needs to put it on, man. He has to go with the cliche, he's got to become the dog. You got to get, if he was in the camp, I hope he was working real hard and he's coming forward just trying to knock your ass out. That's really the style he has to do. And I think he will win if he does that kind of style. If it's just a come forward kind of aggressive, because he just looked lazy in that fight. He looked lazy and he wasn't really like
look, to be fair with you, it will say a lot about Joyce if he does way better and he wins. Imagine that. Then the whole boxing hardcores and the people, they will really be like, okay, we got it wrong. You know what I mean? It's
I think it was technical. It's just technical mistakes. It wasn't that he's just a total bum. It's just that his game plan was all wrong. If he changes a couple of things up, he can definitely beat him.
Well, I think he could definitely do better. But I just still think stylistically, I think Zhang is a problem right now. I think he's the dark horse in the heavyweight division.
Definite problem. But he will improve. But give Joe Joyce credit. He will improve his preparation. His preparation. You got to give him credit for his preparation. We're gonna meet back
credit
on
for
this.
taking the fight. I'm giving credit for going into the immediate rematch. I personally had done it. Me as a team, like I would have told him we're gonna go a different direction. Let him get his next fight. Let's see if we can find a weakness in his next fight.
It's going to be harder. It's going to be a lot harder for Zhang
out of him, and that would get him down the road. But they went immediate, so
yeah. But it's going to be harder. It's going to be harder for Zhang because they know his best weapon was that straight left, so they know what he's got.
Yep.
They know what to avoid.
I think Errol Spence and Joe Joyce will improve, and they rematch.
I think this is going to be a much better fight. This is definitely something to look forward to. Like, I wasn't too crazy about the first one, but I think this is going to be a lot better than the first fight.
Oh, you think it's going to be more competitive?
I think it's going to be very competitive.
If Zhang gets an earlier stoppage this time, let's say he stops him even faster, is Zhang on the map of the heavyweight division? Does he deserve that Usyk title shot?
Without a shadow of a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt. If he wins this fight, he deserves to be in there. Top 5. I think he's a top 5 guy.
I think he should be fighting like Anthony Joshua kind of thing. I don't know about
He'll
Usyk.
be mandatory. Remember, this is for the WBO.
I mean, what would be nice, to be fair, if Zhang does win again, it'll be nice to see him get his life-changing payday and him be able to put himself in the mark with a big fight like that because he deserves it, right?
Yep.
Right? Somebody like him, he get a chance to get Anthony Joshua fight. He'll make millions.
I think AJ is a big one.
Yeah,
I don't think AJ wants that smoke. I don't think AJ wants that smoke right now.
He already proved that.
He Zhang for what? I'm doing Zhang the favor fighting him. I still got that Wilder payday. I got Tyson Fury. I'm not gonna risk getting knocked out by fucking Zhang. Joshua for everybody there is to fight in the heavyweight division. He don't got to take that risk. Somebody else got to take that risk.
Well, who do you think you should fight next then?
I think the winner of this is gonna get the Usyk.
I think that's pushing it a little bit.
I don't think so. What do you mean? This is for the mandatory position.
Much higher level.
Zhang is Usyk's right now. He is under Usyk in the WBO ranking. He has the interim belt. They're gonna activate their
but isn't Hrgovic is in line first, right?
Hrgovic is IBF, but let's see how serious Hrgovic is.
I mean, he just lost like one fight before the Joyce fight. So he's just gonna leap up that high. Yeah, Zhang.
Yeah, Zhang beat. I thought Zhang beat Hergovich easy. I thought it was no questions about it.
Yeah. Right.
But Eddie Hearn that was where Zhang was having his problem, was all those fight was on the zone. Eddie Hearn was kind of jerking Zhang.
Yeah, I have to watch that fight again.
Now Zhang is with ESPN. I think Zhang is with Top Rank.
How old is Zhang? Was he like 40 something?
Nah, yeah, I think
he looks like an older man.
Like
it says on the site, it says he's 40. He looks older to me.
Do y'all think Zhang could beat Usyk? Do you think Zhang could beat Usyk?
No, no, he can't. No, definitely not.
I think that's a super dangerous fight for Usyk.
Interesting fight, yeah.
Fighting a 6'6", 280-pounder who's a southpaw like you, who has a fucking devastating straight left. I don't know, bro.
I mean, it's a dangerous fight. Yeah, he's enormous, but I think he's just too slow.
That's a tall order. That's a tall order for Usyk.
Really
Zhang
slow
is not
guy.
slow. I'm sorry, Zhang is not.
Yeah,
slow.
I mean, compared to Usyk, he's ridiculously slow.
Yeah, but I don't know. Usyk to me still is just another real heavyweight away from losing.
But I mean, Usyk is a cruiserweight. He's just a cruiserweight speed. These guys are in slow motion to him.
The version of Anthony Joshua that Usyk beat, Andy Ruiz damaged the confidence of Joshua a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, but he might have gained a lot of that back in the second fight. I feel like.
Nah, he didn't. You could see the way he fights. He still fights tentative. He's thinking. Even when he fought Usyk, he fought a small man's fight.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to box with the boxer? You're supposed to bang the boxer. Yeah. You don't box the boxer. And you bigger. He's a real heavyweight.
I mean, he did better in the second fight.
To me, Chisora had a better game plan for Usyk than AJ.
He just didn't want to get dragged into deep waters. That's why he did that. He doesn't want to throw too much away because, if he's going for the knockout, he might not make it through the full 12. He's trying to reserve just enough to last if he can't knock him out to go to the end. That's the fear in his mind, is that, well, if I gas, this dude's going to put it on me.
Yeah, but he shouldn't worry about that. Like, he should just go for broke. Yeah. He should go for broke because that's when he was his best. When he was.
But this is look. This is what's destroying the sport, is this whole idea of the right. Everyone's afraid of losing. Back in the day, guys weren't like that. They're like, I'm gonna die in here. Like, I don't care if I win or lose. I'm gonna give it all. Nowadays, they're like, oh, I'm gonna. They're afraid of just simply losing. Like,
that's not true though. That's how they was back in the day. They didn't want to lose back in the day. They went up for undefeated too.
Yeah, I mean, but now it's all about the fucking Like, if you get one loss, they're like, oh, you're not as good as this guy because you.
But it's always been about the though. It always Rocky Marciano. Rocky Marciano.
That's not true. That's not true. It's always been about. No. It's always been about the great fighter who takes on all comers. That's really what is the sign of a great fighter. This is why I always respect Shane Mosley way more than I respect a guy like a Floyd Mayweather, because Mosley would take on anybody. He didn't care.
He beat Shane Mosley, but you got to understand, we always. But look though, we're looking for when you boxing, you trying to be the greatest fighter ever to live. So that's an
oath. And that isn't the sign of a greatest fighter. No, that's not true.
Yeah, right. The greatest fighters ain't never lost.
Oscar De La Hoya, I put Oscar De La Hoya against a Floyd Mayweather or the Devin Haney.
He's not better. He's not better than De La Hoya is not better than Mayweather.
Of course he is.
Canelo's not better. How is guys that he beat and he never lost? How are they better than him? Canelo not better. Oscar not better. Shane not better.
He took on all comers.
Mayweather took on all comers. Manny Pacquiao, Canelo Alvarez. Are you serious? 42-0. You fought a 42-0 Canelo. Y'all sound crazy.
But he did it.
Like 7 years to fight Pacquiao.
Yeah, he waited forever, man. The dude was almost 40.
What does that mean? He older. What are you talking about? He the older fighter. You don't make sense.
Pacquiao had that dude scared, bro.
What you mean he scared? How he ducked when he the one said scared to take the steroid test? He the one said, I'm scared of needles. I'm scared of needles. You forgot?
The point isn't Floyd Mayweather or Manny. The point is it's not about the it's about fighters who just take on.
No, you just don't like him because he got an O. That's the problem. When a motherfucker got an O, now y'all want to pick him apart. Joe Calzaghe better than them motherfuckers. He undefeated.
I don't like Joe Calzaghe. I don't like him.
Right, of course, because he got an O. You don't like Andre Ward.
It's not about the O. He hung his hat on beating some old men. He put this old Floyd, this old Roy Jones, and this old Hopkins. Like,
And that old Hopkins just beat a young Kelly Pavlik, 34-0, undefeated. What are you talking about? He just beat Kelly Pavlik. He just beat him. So how the fuck is he old?
He's
Young.
old. He beat an old man.
So Kelly Pavlik.
Actually, I don't even think Joe beat Hopkins. I thought Hopkins won that fight. I didn't think Joe won that.
That's what I'm saying.
But the thing is like, it's just my point is that it's not about the man. It's about taking on all comers. People got to see it that way, because if you keep with this shit, everybody's just gonna be ducking, and the sport's gonna be trash. It's
not about you fighting the guy.
Shane Mosley went up and waited for Vernon Forrest, and he lost once, he lost again. He didn't care. He just went up, and he, as they say, he's there to be great.
He's still avoiding David Benevedez, so it's not about It's just he don't want to lose to David Benevedez. It's not about
I was talking about Mosley. No,
I'm talking about Canelo. You talking about it's about So why
Canelo Benevedez is at his weight.
What about people that don't have O's that still ducking, like Canelo? He not fighting David Benevedez, and he got 2 losses. So it's not about
Canelo will fight him eventually.
That's what they say.
He will. I mean, look, he fought Triple G. If he fights Triple G, he's definitely going to fight Benevedez. Triple G was the beast. That was the fucking beast.
Look, now you saying it's about but he fighting a guy 2 weight classes below him. See?
Well, who's below him?
Charlo 2 weight classes below him.
But Charlo decided to come up, and also Charlo's enormous. Charlo's been a weight cheat.
You got to give him smoke.
Hey, dude, help me here. Have you guys seen the pictures of Charlo next to Canelo? That motherfucker's way bigger than Canelo. He's a light heavyweight. That dude has been a weight cheat. He's fighting he's actually bigger than Canelo.
Right. So you're not going to give him a credit. How is he going to get credit if he's fighting the guy you said is a weight cheat? So I'm
not saying I'm not giving Charlo credit.
I'm saying give Canelo credit if he's fighting that guy 2 weight classes below him.
Because he's not fighting a guy 2 weight. Like he's fighting a weight cheat who's actually fighting a guy his own size.
So that's my point. If he's a weight,
it's different.
How good is his credentials? How has he earned a fight with Canelo if he's been fighting little guys? So now you got to bring a guy up and fight him.
Well, he's gotten a guy his own size. This isn't the same as like a Floyd Mayweather who's taken up like a Marquez who's definitely smaller than Floyd. And then Floyd didn't even make weight. And that dude was tiny in the ring next to Floyd.
So what? Amir Khan.
Let me get to my point. Look, he's fighting a guy that's actually bigger than him. Imagine Floyd picked the guy at a lower weight, right? And the motherfucker comes in the ring and he's like he's like twice as big as Floyd. It's different.
Like different. Amir Khan versus Canelo. Remember he did that?
Yeah, I don't respect that. I think Amir Khan was definitely a much smaller fighter.
That's what I'm saying.
That was a money fight. I don't respect that fight.
People do.
That's a fight I don't respect.
Right. So you don't respect this fight?
This fight I do respect because I think Charlo is bigger than Canelo.
So what credentials does he have if he never beat nobody at 168? How does he get any credit if he never beat anybody at 168?
Manny didn't beat nobody at 168 himself, right? Or at 147 when he came up, right? But he still got the credit when he beat Oscar. Remember?
Yeah, when you beat him. Yeah.
This is a lose. This situation here is a lose situation for Canelo because look, if Canelo beats him, people will say, "Oh, you made him come up," and if Canelo loses, it's all Charlo right there. That's all the glory for Charlo. Look, he came up and beat this bigger guy, right? So
the same way. It's only good if the little guy wins. Charlo beats
exactly. But that's obvious. That's the right way to see it. He's a little guy. The Charlo's huge. He's a big guy.
But like you said, no credit gonna be just like Tank Davidson and New Age. It's only good if a New Age wins. It's not if Tank wins, he's a weight bully.
Yeah, but Tank is kind of a weight bully, isn't he?
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying everybody should name your weight bully.
We just got to be honest. That's all it is,
Hold on. If you can make the weight, you're not a weight bully. If you can make the weight, how can you be a weight bully?
Oh, that's not true. That's not true. You can do all, look. There's look. Like you look at a guy like Manny Pacquiao, he was eating his way to the weight. All these other motherfuckers were like fucking middleweights, and they were killing themselves to make a weight. But the night of the fight, Manny was like 140, 46, 148 at the most, right? These guys were coming in as middleweights. So that's what you're feeling on those punches are middleweight punches. So they are cheating. Of course they are.
No, you're not.
It's the same in
Oh,
a lot of sports. They allow them to do it, but they are cheating.
now let me explain how you're not cheating. Earl Spence' whole problem they using is he was weight drained. If you're weight draining yourself, that's not an advantage. That's why Devin Haney had problems with Lomachenko. You're weight draining. It's not an advantage for you to be coming down in weight. That's a disadvantage to yourself.
No, it's not. If you can properly hydrate back up, it's not a disadvantage because look, if you know how to cut weight properly, you're going to be 100% hydrated. You could do an easy ketogenic diet. Look, what you do is you cut all the sugar out of your diet, right? You do that for like a week. It sucks all the water, the excess water out of your body. And the night before the fight, you just, as soon as the weigh-in's over, you just go eat a bunch of fucking carbs. You eat some pastas and whatever the fuck you want. All that water is coming right back on.
Right.
Yeah, it's all coming back on. So you're going to come in there 20 pounds heavier than the guy you're fighting, 20 to 15 pounds heavier, or who knows how much. These guys are crazy with these weight cuts. But if you do it the right way, you could be healthy in that ring. I mean, the MMA dudes do it all the time, and they come in there, they're lifting guys up and all that, and they're taking these big weight cuts. So you can cheat, man. You can do it. It's some guys, they don't do it correctly, so they come in all fucked up. And one of the reasons, this is why you see things what they call a rehydration clause, right? Or dehydration clause, is because they know that these fucking guys are going to come in strong. So you see like a guy like Crawford, who it's proven on record, he did this to what's his name? Canelo's done it too. And also Floyd has done it. They make it where you can only hydrate to a certain amount of pounds.
Mm-hmm.
These dudes come in dehydrated. That's not cool.
Right.
So it does, dude. So that means it does have an advantage. There's an advantage.
That means you're signing it. So you're saying I could do that. You the one doing it. You can't put it. If somebody put it in the contract, okay, you got to have a rehydration clause.
No, I'm going back to your point. You're saying if they can make the weight, then it's fine. But the thing is that they're not letting them simply make the weight. They're making them cut all this fucking. They're not letting them put the fucking water back on. So these guys are all dehydrated and they just can't even fight. This is why I brought this up before about Earl Spence.
Why would you sign that contract?
Money. A lot of times these guys, it's all money. So they take the dehydration clause because of money. It's all money. And that's the problem. I think, look, if the guy can make the weight, that's it. He can make the weight, it's done. That's it.
Yeah.
Stop fucking with him, trying to make him like fucking dehydrated. That's what Crawford did to Spence. And if you notice, he doesn't want to fight Spence at 154. He wants to fight him at 147 again because he knows he's going to be dehydrated.
Yeah.
So what I tell Spence is don't fucking fight that dude again. He's really, I don't like Crawford at all. I don't think he's real. I think he's a fucking phony.
He should fight.
Let this look. He wants to go up and fight Canelo, right? At 168. So why don't you test it out and fight Spence at 160? Do that. And I would definitely watch that for sure. I'd pay to watch that.
Believe him that he's gonna go up to 168 and fight Canelo?
He says he's gonna 168. He said he's gonna go up to.
Right, just like he said it, but he said he was gonna fight Earl Spence at 154.
He did. He's a fucking liar. But I think he definitely would fight Canelo at the higher weight because of all the money, you know. So it's a lot of money to make.
Nah, he's not gonna sell it though. He's just talking shit. He woofing. Smart guy don't sell it though.
I think it would be smart. He's up there, man. He's 36 years old, pretty much. He's up there in age. A smart move for him would be to fight Spence at 160 and then go up and fight Canelo at 168. Just put on a little extra weight.
And you know the fight that destroyed boxing was Triple G versus Kell Brook. Because you got an undefeated Kell Brook that would have been better off fighting the undefeated Earl Spence, undefeated versus undefeated. When he had that loss, that gave Earl Spence an advantage because he's coming off a loss and his confidence has been broke. So
I don't think Brook's confidence was broke. I think his face was broke. I think his face was just like, I think he was afraid that his face was it got fractured again. You know that, right?
That's why and that's what I'm saying. That's why you don't fight Triple G. That's the fight that hurt boxing because now you messed up the welterweight championship between Earl Spence and Kell Brook. Now
I think the big issue with Brook is the fact that he didn't stay at the higher weight. He really should just stay at the higher weight and not cut back down. He should have called Spence and said, "Hey, you come up and you fight me at the higher weight. Fight me at 160." And that would be good. That would be a good fight. And that would have actually been a great thing because we would have seen Spence at his natural weight. That would have been awesome because you would have seen Spence Like I said, step into the higher weight where he
But
belongs.
the excuses wouldn't have left. He still would have had the broken eye socket. So if
He would have, but he would have been more durable, I think, at the higher weights.
Yeah.
He would have had more water, more retention. You know, his skin would be. He'd have more there, more cushioning for the punches. You know, when you're getting all lean like that and cutting all that weight, your skin is going to be like paper. It's like,
Right.
you know, it's going to be like there's nothing there. You're cutting so much. You're cutting all the fat, and you're not only you're cutting all the fucking fat, but you're also cutting all the water. So you know, you're just not as durable.
Mhm.
I don't think you are.
But I see guys have problems with that weight bullying stuff because like you said, when you drain it down, they don't have enough in there. Like James Toney against Roy Jones coming in that weight, he moved straight up to light heavyweight after he lost his first fight.
Mm-hmm.
Devin
Yeah, I
Haney,
mean, it's a big problem. I think this dehydration clause shit, that has to be taken out of the sport. They shouldn't allow any of that. These different stipulations on fucking weight. He made, like you said if they make the weight, the problem is they won't let them put the weight back on. They make them, oh, you can put on 10 pounds. You can't put on more than that. So they literally come into the ring dehydrated.
Yeah, that's dangerous. That's what I'm saying. You doing that to yourself. You signing that shit. That's the main thing in the contract. So you want to lose.
They use the money. I mean, that's fucked up. I don't think they should not allow that because that's dangerous. That makes you more prone to getting fucking brain damage.
And another thing you need to think about, who is the guy that had a rehydration clause that won? They probably 0 for 10.
I mean, that shit was all Floyd stuff. That was Floyd used to do that.
No, don't say Floyd. That's what I'm saying. Don't say Floyd. You just named all the people that do it. Name one.
He was like the pioneer of that shit.
Oh, listen to me. Name one person. No, he wasn't the pioneer of that shit. You're lying.
Who did it first?
Cotto Pacquiao. He did it first.
No. But Manny was tiny, and also Cotto came in at one. What was it?
Make an excuse. Don't make an excuse. You said who did it first.
He came in at 146.
No, you said who did it first. Now you come with an excuse when I tell you who did it first.
No, he was 146.
No,
that wasn't the first case of that, was it?
Listen what I'm saying. Mayweather called out Pacquiao for doing that to Cotto, right? Then, like you said, he went and did the same thing. So he was a hypocrite, but he's not the pioneer.
But Floyd had done that years before that.
No,
but he had done it years before with Corrales. Floyd did that. Remember, he was knocking him down with fucking jabs. That was like way before the Cotto fight.
Hydration clause. He put on 17 pounds. It wasn't
he drained the fuck out of Corrales.
No. Remember, he was at lightweight.
Corrales told him, he said, dude, I can't make the weight. And he says, no, you have to do it. And then so he did it. And he was getting knocked down with jabs. That's a durable guy. And he just couldn't take a single punch.
Right. Remember, because he want to fight. He's going to prison. He want to fight. He's desperate. He put himself in that position. But remember, it wasn't no rehydration clause. We talking about who the pioneer of the rehydration is. Manny Pacquiao.
I don't think Manny is.
No, that's what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. You got to stop picking sides. Everybody is. It don't be like, oh, Floyd ain't shit. Oh, Andre Ward ain't shit. Joe Cousins. No, pick everybody. Canelo ain't shit. Floyd ain't shit.
Of course I do. I already told you Canelo. I think is fucked up what Canelo's doing. I told you that.
I gave you the first example of the rehydration clause.
The Manny one makes sense because Manny's tiny and Cotto was basically.
See what happened.
Cotto was known to be a middleweight.
Listen to me, brother. Answer this question for me. Out of all the rehydration clause, name one person that has won that has did the rehydration clause, like the Ryan Garcia. When has it ever happened? Has the rehydration guy ever won? The one that had to do that?
Has it gotten all of them?
No. Has they ever won a fight?
Yeah, they did. I did. What's his name? Sean Porter beat. He beat Adrian Broner. They had a rehydration clause on him, and he ended up beating Broner's ass. It happens sometimes.
You know your boxing. I like that one. I said because I thought they was over. So you say it has happened. They can, and that's what I'm saying.
That's one example I know of. Also, the Brook fight too. The Brook versus Khan fight. He was drained in that fight too. I think there was a rehydration clause, and Brook still beat Khan's ass.
Hey, remember IBF has a natural rehydration. You can't be more than 10 pounds with the IBF. Remember that. You know that, right?
Yeah, but going back to our original point, I mean, what I respect most in fighters isn't the it's just the the take all comers. I think this is what real boxing fans appreciate because this is what creates exciting fights. You know,
Mhm.
just take on everybody. And
I
I
agree.
want to see dudes have more than one fight. You know, I would have loved to see Floyd and Manny fight 3 times, 4 times, or like even Wilder versus Fury got more exciting, didn't it? The
Yep,
third fight
yep.
was probably the best one. You know, I want to see that because I
Don't
meant back in the
forget this.
90s.
Remember though, let's go back before Floyd, James Toney, all comers, undefeated, 44-0, 2 draws. And he eventually lost to a great Roy Jones, 44-0, lost to a 25-0 Roy Jones. So they was the same one. Roy, they all was going for undefeated. Ali was going for undefeated. So I'm just trying to educate you on. Don't put it on Floyd because he succeeded, but this is something that was put in his mind from the greats before him, the legends, Rocky Marciano, Larry Holmes, Michael Spinks, Mike Tyson. They never played. They loved the O too. I still got my O. Remember that? I still got my O. It been about the O. You forget your history of boxing, sir.
Yeah, but the thing is like it really just doesn't matter. That's the point. Like people get hung up on that, but it doesn't matter because these guys are losing in training camp all the time. They're losing in the amateurs. They're losing all the time. So it just happens, you know. Guys lose. It's more about fighting the best.
But
That's
let me
really what
explain why. Let me explain why the O's so important. Look how they doing Earl Spence. They already saying he should retire. They saying that off one loss. That's what the O come from. It's not
But he's
about.
a mess. The thing is, he's a mess. Earl Spence is a mess. He's been in car accidents, dude.
Yeah.
He fell out of a car at 100 miles per hour
But
onto
he
his
lost
head.
one fight, and he beat what 3 guys after that. Lost one.
Who knows what was going on in those fights? I don't know. Maybe they're taking it easy on him. I don't know. Those fights look weird to me.
No, they
Danny
not.
Garcia is a big puncher.
No,
He
the
couldn't
only
hurt
thing
Earl
is
Spence.
they got Crawford. You know, Danny can't beat Crawford. Which one of them guys can beat Crawford?
Danny's a bigger puncher than freaking Crawford. He's a bigger
No,
puncher
no,
than him.
yeah, you're right. I'm saying out of all the opponents Earl Spence faced, which one could beat Crawford, in your opinion?
All
Huh?
the people that Earl Spence.
Yep.
The thing is that Crawford's getting the aged version of these guys. He's getting much older. He
Yep.
fought like Porter, and Porter was like he was up there, man. He retired after that fight. So like, I don't really think much of Crawford. I don't think he's a great fighter. I think he's okay.
You don't think so?
He's a B level guy. That's to me.
What?
His career is very like lackluster. It's not impressive at all.
He got to prove more to
There's
you. Huh?
nothing impressive about his career.
So what you need? Who you need him to beat now? If he beat Tim Tszyu, is you impressed then?
Who, Crawford?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think if you beat Tim Tszyu, that would be impressive. I think that would actually be one of his. I would probably be his most impressive win. I think it would be.
Yeah,
because he'd have to go up and wait, and you know, I just don't see it. He hasn't done anything that impressive. People are saying his best win is Earl Spence, and Earl Spence was a fucking mess. He was drained to death, and he had been through multiple car accidents. That's not the same guy that's not even the same guy that fought Porter. Like, you know, he fought Porter and he looked good. He looked decent. I thought Porter beat him. And then he ended up getting that car accident. He wasn't the same guy anymore. So,
Hey,
and also
man,
he's training himself like crazy.
Hey, man, for real, tell me what you think about this. I think Canelo should take the Crawford fight. That's an easy win for Canelo Alvarez.
If Crawford fights Canelo?
Yes, very easy fight.
I think it's going to be an easy fight, Canelo. But Canelo's at the end of his career. He's an old 33, very old.
He got 3 weight classes below him. Debuting at 168, he was destroying. That's why Hopkins beat Trinidad. You can't.
Right. You know that Hopkins team made Trinidad wear pillows. You know that, right? They fuck with his gloves. So he had no punching power in that fight. So who knows if they didn't fuck with his gloves, he might have knocked Hopkins out. Who knows? He had no power. He couldn't keep Hopkins off of him.
Yeah, he fought a guy. I bet you that's the biggest guy he ever fought.
And Tito was a huge puncher at that weight. You remember seeing versus Jappy?
Yeah.
He made that dude do backflips. Like no one ever. He was like, oh damn. He said that's the hardest punch he's felt in his life. Jappy.
Right.
And then out of nowhere, Nassim Richardson comes in there. He's like, oh, look at those wraps. They made him wrap pillows around his hands. And then he came in, he had no power at all. So
and don't forget 9/11 happened right then too, at the week of the fight.
Yeah, they fucked with him. They fucked with Tito. So I don't know. Who knows what would happen in
the where you got Tito at on your list? Do you respect him?
Well, Tito's up there. Tito's one of the all-time greats.
Yep. I'm thinking Crawford is one fight away from reaching that Tito level.
Oh, I don't know about that, man. I think Tito's way ahead of Crawford, man. He was fighting everybody, and also he was the most feared man around. He was knocking everybody out.
So what?
And he also went up in weight and was knocking out dudes much bigger than him. So
if he knocks out Tim Tszyu, would you put him right there with Trinidad?
I wouldn't put him with Trinidad, but I'd say he's definitely proven himself as being a very good fighter.
Yep, because remember,
he's proven himself as being one of the best of this era, possibly. But look, he's actually fighting a guy that's younger than him, right? How old is Tim Tszyu? He's young, right?
Yeah, young guy, great.
He's a young, bigger man who's a puncher. Sort of a puncher. He's not a very good finisher, that's for damn sure.
I like his fundamentals, man. He learned good. He's the best father-son duo I ever seen, and that's saying a lot in boxing. Have you ever seen a boxing duo that good, father-son?
Say that again?
That's the best father-son duo I have seen in my whole history of boxing. The Zoo.
Oh, Zoo?
Yep,
the new Zoo or the father?
Yeah, I said they both to put them as a package deal. They can go head up with any father-son and be better.
I mean, Tim Tszyu's pretty good. He's pretty good.
Yeah,
it's weird. It's weird. He hurts guys, but he can't finish them off. Like he'll just carry him out forever.
Yep, but long as he gets undefeated. But remember, him and his father was legends. I've never seen that type of accomplishment. Yes. Maybe Hector, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
Oh yeah, I don't think so. I think Tim Tszyu's son is way better than Chavez Jr. I think he's actually his own man, and he's doing real good. He's doing really good for a a lot of times you have a son of an ex-pro boxer. They usually don't surpass their parents. In a lot of ways, when you look at like a Floyd Mayweather, I think he surpassed his father and his uncle, and he did good. He did real good for himself. Tim Tszyu's doing pretty good. Good. It's not like a Shane Mosley Jr. It's not doing the best.
Well, his father was way better than Floyd's dad, and he's about to tie with Roger. He's just tied with Roger, and he's just as good as Floyd. He's better than Floyd's dad. Floyd's
but the thing is that Floyd's uncle and father, and who's the other Mayweather? There's another one, right?
What's that boy name, man? The short one.
There's another Mayweather. There's another trainer.
What the hell is his name? Jeff.
Whatever. Jeff Mayweather. Yeah, him. Like
he was terrible.
Yeah. They didn't take. Maybe Floyd didn't. In a lot of some ways, he didn't take on the best fighters, but I guess he fought Manny and all that, so he did fight some.
No, he got a. Yeah, I mean, he got a all-star list on his resume.
He did good for his name, for his family's name. He did real good. Chavez Jr. did fucking terrible. He just shit on that Chavez name. Tim Tszyu's doing real good. Tim Tszyu is a good fighter.
Hold on, I gotta get you on that Chavez now. I think my man made it to 43-0 now. Come on now, he made it to 43.
Chavez Jr. not too big on him. I mean, the dude lost to an MMA fighter.
He did? He lost?
Yeah, he lost to Anderson Silva.
Whoa!
He got beat up by Anderson Silva.
So
and then Anderson Silva got beat by a fucking YouTuber right after that fight. So, I mean, come on, man.
I can't believe Chavez lost to Silva.
He did. That was crazy.
I watched that one. But yeah. But you're right, though.
That dude's a fucking stoner, man. He doesn't even pay attention to the sport. He's a spoiled brat.
Yep. He got a lot. Yeah. But he did good to be, But Tim Tszyu is on another level, man. I'm very impressed.
Tim Tszyu's doing pretty good. He's building his own name. So, that's good. He's not some Shane Mosley Jr. Yeah. I mean, Shane Mosley Jr. beat Rosado, so I guess that's decent.
Oh, yeah. We knew Shane Jr. wasn't going to make it rich as his daddy was. Lord. He got rich. He got raised too rich to make it in this game, right?
The thing is, it's hard to outdo a guy like that. That's an all-time great, I think. Mosley is, I think.
Yeah, that's like LeBron being better than him. It ain't going to happen. He might make it to the league, but I don't think he's going to be better than LeBron.
Yeah. I mean, it happens. Some guys, they do real good. Some guys surpass their parents. but it's hard to do when you're raised rich. One thing about Floyd is that Floyd, his uncle, and all his relatives, they were poor still. They weren't rich. So they just trained him from a young age. They knew that they knew they knew boxing, but they weren't rich. The difference is like when you look at like a Tim Tszyu or like a Chavez or any of that. These are wealthy families, so
right.
they got raised wealthy and spoiled, so it was a little different.
Yeah, I like how you like how Tank doing it fighting the easy guys. You think that's the way to go?
The easy guys?
Yeah, he's not fighting the elite guys. He's just fighting like B level, C level guys.
Yeah. I mean, he fought Ryan. I think Ryan's fucking overrated. A lot of people think he's great. I think he's like a couple of levels under Victor Ortiz.
Right.
I think he's not. I think he's overrated. I don't like the kid. Like after I watched that fucking Tank fight, I was like, I don't like this kid at all. Like he looked like a fucking quitter. He's like, oh, my body hurts. Like, why are you? Yeah, your body hurts. So what? So what? Just keep fighting.
They fight through it.
Yeah, fight through it. Like, what the fuck? Like, I have no confidence in that kid being anything great in the sport.
Nah, you right. That loss is terrible.
Yeah, and I told people that Tank's got some stuff. You know, he's very he's in some ways he's underrated. I thought Pitbull beat him. I definitely thought Pitbull beat him, and I'm not not rematching him. Yeah, I thought Pitbull beat him definitely, but Tank's got some layers to his game. You know, he ain't no brawler. They're always building him up as some big puncher. He's actually in a lot of ways a counter puncher. He's a boxer.
Yep.
He's kind of a boxer puncher. So you can't come in there and blow him out with just a bunch of, big swinging wild shit. You're going to get yourself knocked out. And I mean, that's what it looked like in the Ryan fight. Ryan thought, I'm just going to blow him out. I'm taller and all that. It didn't work out too well for him. So I see Tank doing some pretty decent stuff in the sport. I think in some ways he's underrated. A lot of people overrate him and some people underrate him. I think to me he's in the middle. To me he's a high level B level fighter. He's like a B plus fighter, I think, or B level fighter.
He got to step his competition up so he can get that A level right.
Yeah, he's got to step it up.
I agree with you 100%. I don't see any weaknesses too much. He wait to get you out of there. He got a little Deontay Wilder, but much better boxing skills. But they wait to get you out of there, so you lose rounds. And I think
this guy's saying that Tank's doing nothing. Tank's not doing a lot. Tank should go fight Devin Haney and Shakur, and he should fight what's the other guy? He should fight Shakur. You got Haney and you got what is he at 140 now?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of guys he can fight now.
No,
he's not done yet. He's still young, isn't he? What is he in his 20s?
Yeah, 28. Tank Davis 135.
I thought he was 140 now.
No, that's Devin Haney.
He could definitely do 140, right?
Yeah,
he was talking about fighting Keith Thurman at 147.
Right, just talking.
That's what I heard him say that.
Yep. But don't believe nothing they say. Everything they say is lies. He won't fight Devin, Shakur, or Lopez because he's making too much money fighting these people we never heard of. They got their own whole country behind them.
Yeah, I see. He's what is he? He's 28 years old. I think those are the fights he has to take. If he's doing 135, he should probably fight Lomachenko. That would be a big one. Loma would be an amazing fight for him. I think Loma would crush him probably.
But he's been ducking Lomachenko. He's smart enough to avoid Loma because But you know why he won't fight Lomachenko? Because he can't knock him out. He don't want to go to the decision and be like that.
To me, that would be a fucking super fight.
Yeah.
If I was Tank, that's my next fight right there. You beat Ryan. Now you just jump to Loma because now that's going to build that shit even higher.
And a new way,
go up in weight and rematch Ryan. That would be perfect.
A new way should take the Tank Davis fight. He would upset Tank. Trust me.
A new way, a new way. I feel like a new way could definitely put some more meat on those bones.
Yeah, he could beat Tank. They thinking that it's that Tank could beat him, but he's the only type of guy that can beat him.
Well, he could beat him. I think he could, but the thing is, I think if Inoue puts enough weight on, he's got enough. I mean, to me, he reminds me sort of Manny Pacquiao a little bit.
Yep.
Shades of Manny Pacquiao in him. It's crazy. That dude is ridiculous. The hand speed is insane. And the power, you can pull his punch way back and still it's ridiculously fast. Each punch. That's just all speed.
Yeah, he gonna beat anybody from 135. I think he beats Tank, Shakur, all them guys. He might only one to beat him is probably Tio.
I think that's a Manny Pacquiao kind of guy. I think he could probably stop at 147. People will probably think that's crazy, but I think he probably could make it.
Yep, you're right. You're right. But he could beat anybody lightweight. He could beat Shakur. See, they scared of Shakur, but he could be beat by a guy like Inoue. Devin Haney is I think that's a hard fight for Shakur. I think Shakur wins that fight against Devin at this point. What you think? You think he could get him?
I mean, there's some interesting fights to be made. That's the whole thing. Hopefully they are made. It's the big problem with boxing nowadays that they don't make these fights. It's all like fantasy boxing, and the fucking fights never get made. People talking about it for like 5 years, 6 years, and the shit's not happening.